All right, a very good day to each one of us, ladies and gentlemen. How are we all doing? Nice, nice. I believe that all of us are doing okay, even as we get to attack this session that I've prepared for us today. All right, for those who don't know me, this is Teacher Fred speaking to us, and in today's lesson or in today's session, I want us to share the number one reason, or rather, I want to share some of the reasons as to why you as a German learner feel that you are plateauing, you feel that you're not progressing. What are some of the reasons that most of the German learners plateau or feel like they're not progressing or moving to a step they would wish for them to be in? All right, so I believe by the end of this video you will have received the value, and I would like you to please like this video, share it with your friends who are also learning German to ensure that you're spreading the word out. All right, so let's go ahead and see some of the reasons as to why most of the German learners plateau, or why you as a German learner feel like you're plateauing, and how you'll eventually be able to get out of this. Right, so the number one reason, as I was doing some quick observation, quick research and so on, the number one reason I realized that most of the German learners feel like they're not moving is repeating what you already know. Let that one sink in for a moment. Repeating what you already know. Now, most of the learners, when they are learning their German language, what they tend to do is to review over and over and over again what they have already mastered. It is just like somebody who is training. You can imagine if you're going to be training the same thing every day. Let's say, for example, it's my shoulder. I train it on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, repeating the same part daily without changing anything. You realize this is going to make you reach a point where you are not going to be moving, because what most learners do, they will review the same basic vocabulary every day. If it's cases of nouns, they'll be there on Monday, they'll be there on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So basically repeating one thing over and over again without attempting to look at something else. This makes you plateau, definitely, and it will make you feel like you're not progressing, right? If I'm looking at the articles, I look at articles on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and I'm not changing my focus. It makes me feel like I'm going to plateau in the long run. All right. Now, the second reason that most of us also plateau as they learn German is avoiding discomfort. Avoiding discomfort or making mistakes. So that those who will only learn what they are comfortable with. If I'm comfortable with, say, for example, pronunciation, I would only be learning that every day, not changing. It's like the first point, right? So avoiding discomfort or avoiding making mistakes. Now, most of us don't know that it is actually a very good thing to make mistakes, right? Because you realize when you're making mistakes, whether it's pronunciation, whether it's in whatever kind of mistake, right? It gives you the opportunity to learn from your mentor or your teacher who is able to correct and tell you the right thing. So I encourage us to embrace mistakes, because it is through the mistakes that you are able to learn. All right, so don't avoid discomfort, instead embrace them. All right. Now, the third reason that most of us also struggle or plateau is not using German actively. Not using German actively. Now, there are those of us who will only learn German in class, and then once the class is over, that's it. They now wait again for the next day. You only learn it in class, and then that's it. Not using it out of class, not using it actively. All right. Now, instead, you are looking to ensure that you are actively using it. There are those of us who are friends, right? Speak to them in German. If you have family in German, call them in German, text in German, read lots of newspapers, read lots of books. You ensure you are looking to keep it active, all right? And not only just attending it in class, and then once class is over, that's it. You don't do homework, you don't do research, you don't do anything actively. So it keeps, or it makes you feel like you are actually plateauing or not even progressing. All right. Now, the other reason that I've also realized makes you feel like you're plateauing is over relying on apps. Now, this feels kind of awkward, right? Over relying on apps. Now, don't misunderstand me. I don't say that apps are bad or anything like that, right? You could use apps like Duolingo, that is okay. You could use, these apps that one or people use when learning. But if you over rely so that they replace your real world training. They replace your real life attending of classes. So that those of us who are fully, who have given their so much attention in apps, so that they're not practicing in real life, right, with other people one-on-one. They're not having mentorship maybe with a teacher or a school, so they're doing it all by themselves. Now, it's possible one can learn in this method, but you realize the process is going to be longer. You know, when you're learning with a mentor or a teacher who has already been in this field, they know exactly where to put in the focus. They know where your weaknesses are, and they are able to guide you all along the way. But if I over rely on apps, I'm constantly on apps, which replaces my real life training or practice. This makes it impossible for you to proceed, to progress. Therefore, you feel like you're going to be plateauing. All right, that is one of the other reasons that makes it impossible for people to feel like they're progressing. And then the last reason that I found to make you feel like you're plateauing is no clear goals, feedback, or mentorship. Mentorship. No clear goals, feedback, or even mentorship. So if I'm doing it, and as I said in some previous video, if I'm not able to tell you why I am learning, but those of us, if I attack you right now and ask you, why are you learning German? They will not be able to tell me the reason. Oh, I'm doing it, maybe I was forced by my parent, or I'm doing it because, my friend is doing it. I'm doing it because there is no other option, right? If I don't have a clear focus or goal as to why I'm doing it, it ends up overwhelming you, and you will feel like you're plateauing or not progressing. But if I'm fully connected and I know I'm doing it because I want to, at the end of this, I want to do this A, B, and C, it makes it possible for you to have that killer drive, excessive focus in ensuring you're achieving that which you're looking to achieve, right? And of course, also mentorship. Those of us who do it by themselves from the beginning to the very end, this makes the process very long, because when you're having a mentor, it's possible, or a teacher, it's possible for them to guide you along the way where you're making mistakes, where you need to improve. It's like a coach, right? You see, football teams, right? They could choose to play by themselves without a coach. But you realize when somebody is from outside looking inside, they are able to tell you honest feedback, where you need to improve, where you are slacking, and such like things. That's why it's always important to have a teacher or a mentor who is going to guide you and honestly tell you or give you feedback. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, these are some of the reasons that if you work on getting out of your comfort zone, if you work on daily actively practicing, if you work on daily working with other people who are going to push you, these are some of the things that will ensure you are on your progress of improving or ensuring that you're progressing in your German learning journey. All right. So if you're here and you're looking to join us, I would welcome you to go and check our website, www, or somebody told me it's not W, it's www.languagestutors.org. Check us out here. You'll be able to see some of the books. Some of us have been looking to purchase the book. You'll be able to do that here on our website. And if you're also looking to enroll, we've shared our contacts here on the website so that you can be guided further. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the friend speaking to us. Let me say, das ist alles für heute, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Remember, practice makes perfect. Tschüss.